Hello and welcome. I am just here to show you some of my Christmas presents. So I got some wax seals. So last year I got this set. I just wanted something last year, a little bit of a beginner's set. I didn't want lots of money spent just in case I didn't really get the hang of it. So it came with one of these, a couple of tea lights, three of these, and I thought they had wicks down so you would just burn them, but it didn't. I don't think it did. So they were quite difficult to cut. I found these quite difficult to use, and I got, God, I can't get it out of the packet. I got this seal. I got a singular seal. Just wanted a little bit of a beginner's kit. So this is like the Tree of Life. And I have obviously got more now. So this is sort of the results that I was getting with. These are, after lots and lots of practice, I kind of managed to get, I did a bit of mixing. I did like the red on its own. I did the silver on its own. I did the gold on its own. Didn't do that one very well. And then I did a little bit of mixing. So that's got silver in it. And then these have got bits of red and gold. I like that one. I thought that was a pretty good one. And what I did, if they turned out to be rubbish, I just remelted them, which is one sort of good thing about these. So I found it really difficult to judge. So some of them have got really wide bits around, which you may or may not like. And some of them I've managed to get really sort of done it pretty well. So it was very difficult to sort of judge, especially when I used those, you know, the sort of like the candles, because there was no way of measuring what was going in. So when I decided I wanted some more seals, and also if I show you my little thing that I heated with, it's all black on that side because I was basically holding it, not in the box, but I was basically holding it over the candle, which, you know, is very time consuming. So I wanted a holder. So the first thing that I asked for was to have the holder for it, and it came with a new one of these. And I have been using it, and look, it's not black at all on the bottom, because you put your tea light on it, you put it over, so it's got an even distance, and I was able to clean this a lot better. I don't know if it's because it's made a different metal. I don't know if that is metal. I don't know if it's the same, it's just coloured, who knows. So I like my tea light, that goes over it, and there's quite a distance then between the top of the candle and that. So that was that. And then I wanted some, you can get wax in these like hexagons, but they're not hexagons, are they, because they've got 8 sides. So there we go. So I wanted these so that I could work out how many of these pellets to put in to get a good result. And I say I'll show you some of my results when I got rid of some of the bits around the edge, but it's just that one colour, and you can just remelt them. So just put them back in the box. It came with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tea lights. I've put one out, and I have got another one of these as well. Oh, I've got 2, in fact. I've got 2. I didn't realise that. Oh, what a bargain. So, you know, it might be useful to get, if you're going to do a lot, to get a few holders. I can't remember how much they were. I put it on my wish list, so I asked for these things, but I don't recall how much they cost at all. So that's those, all in handy dandy little thing. And I wanted some more seals, so I got this one, which I really liked. Sort of a clock face with lots of cogs. I thought that would be really good for sort of steampunk things. Really liked that. And then I also put on my wish list. Didn't really expect to get it all. And Ed bought me this, and I think one of my sons bought me everything else. He said he just thought it was a nice present. So I've got another tree. It is slightly different. It's got an edge around it, and I'm going to show you in a minute why that's helpful. So that one's got an edge around it. Let me get my original one out so I can show you what I mean. Gets the original one out, which I have difficulty with. So if we compare these two, that one's completely flat. This one got a little bit of a ridge there. So that's one of the main differences. There's a slight difference in how the tree looks. Okay, and then I've got, these are interchangeable, so you unscrew them and I can screw some more ends on them. So I've got nice sort of leaf. When I was looking to add them to my list, there were lots of Christmas ones, and it was like, well, I don't want Christmas ones, I want them to craft all year round. There we've got a little bit of a potion bottle with some stars. I do intend to do a Harry Potter journal, so I thought, oh, that was cool. And then that's like a hand reaching up to the stars. Again, Harry Potter, that would work with. Then we've got a bee, always very popular. And then we've got a rose. I haven't actually done this one. I'm just thinking. I've been doing a little bit of practice, but I haven't actually done it. So that's those. So I've had a little bit of a oh, and the other thing I got was this. So I saw this. These are actually much bigger, these circles, than I thought they were going to be. It probably had a measurement and I just didn't. So it is like a 1 3/8 in diameter, 3.5 centimeters more or less. So much bigger than I thought that it was going to be, but it was kind of, I just thought that this was useful, would be useful to pour me wax in and then just stick that on there. Now for this size, it needs to be that big. So any smaller and this would struggle to get in. This one, it's quite big. There's quite a big gap. If you see the difference, you see the difference between the gaps that you get. That's because this seal is like 1 inch in diameter, and this one is like 1.25 inches. So that's the difference that you get. But love this, and it comes with some, they're like stickers for sticking them on, although I'd probably use glue. So I've had a little play. I have shared these, I think, in my group actually. So Gordon Bennett. I do struggle with lids. My hands have been so sore of recent time. There we go. There we go. So this is my big one there. And what I did, I sort of experimented first, I think, with 4 of these, then 5, then 6. So this is 6 pellets, and I put different colours in. just to see what that would look like. So quite happy with that result. This was, I think, 4, might have been 3, not quite big enough, not quite big enough, but I didn't mind it. And then the other thing my other son got me for Christmas was some gilding wax, and he said he was really disappointed. He went, for the amount of money it was, he said, I was expecting a much bigger pot, and I went, I was expecting a smaller pot. So I said, I know it's expensive, that's why it was on my Christmas list. So I just rubbed a bit of the gilding wax over it, and I really like the way that turned out. This one is a little bit of the gold in with the blue, and as you see, you've got no control over where it goes, and that is the different, that is the one that's got the bit of a ridge. And what I did was then I was able to take my scissors and I could cut round where that ridge is, and so you get these nice little circular ones, which what I did with these as well. So again, that is what I put in. I think this was 5. I should have written on the back. I knew I should have written it down. I thought, I'll remember. Yeah, no, I haven't. So that's a little bit of gilding wax on, and then that's the little bee with a bit of gilding. This is the first one I added the gilding wax to, and I think I added too much, and then I did less with these two. So yeah, really, really pleased with how they have turned out. So I'm just gonna do some. I should have been having this burning whilst I was waffling, so let me, there we are. So there's me tea light. So I'm just gonna light it, and put this over the top like so, and put that on there. And I might try, oh, this green looks nice, so I am melting 5 of them. I might do that there. Is that 5? That's 4, Jez. You can't believe and count. 5. So I'm going to melt 5 in there, and I will be using, I've got a little heat mat here. Move that up out the way a bit. Got a little heat resistant mat there. Put this on. I might cut this down. Oh, I've managed to put the candle out. Well done there, Jess. Well done. Try again. I've put it out because I blew it. Oh dear me. I haven't been in my craft room for days because turned away then to blow it out because we've had guests, and yeah. So as I was saying, this is huge. And unless you've got multiples of those, you're not going to do that many at a time. So I might, for ease of having this on my desk, I might cut it in half or into thirds, and actually give a third away. So there we go. So I think I'm going to try a leaf one on that, because I've chosen green. So just screw it on. That's ready. This isn't quite ready. I mean, what you can do, which I haven't done, but I will do now, is get some others out ready for another one. I mean, I'm not so bothered about the mix of things. I might do that steampunky one. Actually, that took more like 6. So I'm going to do 4 gold and 2 of these sort of almost bronze. And if there's a bit of green left over in it, it don't really matter. So I can pour this out and then melt it straight away. It's not, there's a bit in there I can feel is not quite melted enough. So I just wanted to show you the process and sort of how long it takes. I am by no means an expert at all. Well, you saw my wax seals. They're not great. They're not great at all. So I'm just going to pour that in. I'm sort of going round and about in a little bit of a circle. And then sticking this down and it squeezes out. And because I've got this mould, it's not going beyond the mould. Sticking these in now. And something that, my mistake, the very first time I did this, was to pull it off too quickly. I don't mean getting this mould, I mean last year, was pulling it off too quickly. You've got to sort of leave it. Can't remember how many did I put in for this. Was it 5? I think it was 5. I've gone for 6 for the big one. So that's that in, and then pull it out. And there you have your wax seal. And I say, that's nicely contained. I'm really liking that because of having this mould. That's worked really well. That's still melting. So then I take a little bit of this. I put on some gloves. I don't know what the wax paste is like if you were to get it on your finger. But I just got absolutely tiny bit there and just rubbed it over to pick up some of the bits. Do a bit more. So just experiment. So there, got a bit of gold now on my leaf. So liking that. And so whilst we've been doing that, I don't think I'm going to need gold relief on this one. That has melted nicely. So we've got the different colours going on there. So I'm going to pour it again, round in a circle. So there's a little bit of green there in the middle from what was left over. Not bothered about that. And then I'm going to push this down. And it's on this size one that having this mould, is perfect because it's keeping it in this nice circle. I was getting so frustrated with getting the, oh, let's put some more, in there. 1, 2, let's have some red. 3, 4. I'm going to put a gold. I've put 5 in because I'm going to use one of the smaller ones. So that's that. So that's lifted out. Get a nice flat bottom. And gently pull it away. Got to leave it enough time. Maybe could have left this a bit longer, but I've started now, so here we go. I say having that stand is allowing me to just leave that melting, and there. That's cool. Quite like the little bit of green in the middle. Very nice for steampunk. It's got quite a bit of a lip on it. So what I did, because I can see the lip, is whilst it was still a little bit soft, I'm taking a pair of scissors and I am going round. Because it's got a lip, I can do this. It's easy if you get rid of, and all this can get melted again. So there we go. And then I'm going gently round. The side of the clock has got a little bit of a lip, so I can cut up to that. I say it's still nice and soft and pliable, so you do need to do this quite quickly, and that's cut it down. And if you don't like those edges, then I've got a way of sorting that out. So I've got these offcuts, and I just put them, so I've got some offcuts with another little mix. Now I can either put them all together, or I can do another little bag to put those offcuts in, but I'm not worried for the moment. Right, that's still melting there. So what I did was I got this one, this old one, and I heated it, but we'll do it in a minute. So I've just heated that up, and then I just went round the edges with it, which I'll show you in a minute. So bits in the middle of that don't look. Oh, what a lovely mixture of colour that is. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, I wanted one with an end so I could show you this. There, let's do the bee. Quick, Jez, before it. So there we go. Stick that one in. Like that. Right, take that out. Right, we just want to heat the end of that up. Leave that in there. So I've got quite a lot around the edge of this one. A bit more than I really wanted. So this one, when the end gets a bit hot, I then just took it off and just put it round the outside to make it a bit smoother. And you can use, I mean, you could use a knife, I guess, couldn't you? But as I've got one of these, so I'll use that. Actually, I've got 3 of them, haven't I? So that just smooths those edges really nicely to give that a nice little finish off. There we go. And now I've got that. That's lovely. That'll make a really nice embellishment on a steampunk thing. I might put a little bit black over it, but I'm loving that. So let's have a look at this one now. So there we have that one. And again, too much around the outside, I don't want that, but we can see we've got that little ridge on there, so we can come in again with our scissors, and it's easy if you get rid of as much bulk to begin with. That hasn't just gone in on the candle, has it? No, it hasn't. Move that off for now. I'm saying all this can be remelted again. In fact, I'll show you. So then what I'm going to do, put these bits back in. Mix them with that. So we don't waste out. So it's great if you're making mistakes. Stick it all back in. Right, so now I'm going to go around here, and you've got a nice little lip to help you. I mean, you might like the shape of your wax seals being a little bit spread. I mean, I like the green one. I'm not going to cut the green one down. Don't have a lip anyway. So there we have it, without sort of neatening the edge. You can see what it looks like. This one, I say that one hasn't got a lip around it, so it was much harder to cut that one. So I wouldn't be doing that with that one. So that's got all this melted. Oh. I do like to play. I feel like I'm a little bit of being a witch over its cauldron. Hubble bubble, toil and trouble. Right. Let's get my wax seal ready now, unlike the last one. So what should we do this time? I haven't done the rose yet, have I? Yeah, Let's do the rose. I haven't done it yet. Bit there in the middle. Not quite melted. I do like these little Teflon mats. They're really cool to use. And I do often do this in front of the telly. I have like a lap tray that I use. I'm going to put that on there to melt. Put my rose in there. So got quite a bit overlapping, but it's not too bad. I might keep that one. So I just want to go around the edge of that, smooth it down. And then they're really, really light. So easy to add as an embellishment. They're not really heavy. And they're not too thick. I wouldn't want them on every page. And it's hard to go on a tag that was going to stick in a pocket. But yeah, nice. Might put it on the cover, or if you're sending happy mail, quite nice to seal an envelope with one of these. So yeah, that's it now. All, it's not a perfect silk, but it's much better than it looked before. Take that off now. So let's see what this one's like. You can leave it sort of longer. And what I do, because I've got bits left in the bottom of that, I just put it back on there to melt, and then I just pour it in to collect it, so that I've got all my little bits together and it's not wasted. So I just, when it's a tiny little bit left, it does take time to come out, but I just pour them into my mould. And then I just keep them. I think it needs melting a little bit more. So that's come nicely out. That's my rose, and I am gonna cut this off. It's too thick, far too thick. So it is, I find, very much trial and error working out how much wax you need to get a good seal. So now I'll go around neaten that edge. we go. So then that just needs going over. And I think I'd be inclined to put some gilding wax on that. Oh. I'm wondering if it's easier with just my finger. Don't know if it'll come off. I do feel I've got a little bit more control. And go around that ridge at the as well. Liking it. Just add a little extra to that bee to make that one stand out. I'm gonna use the other tree of life that I had because it's got a ridge and you can see the difference. Although now I've put it in there, I'm thinking that amount would be just perfect for this one. And what I want to do is heat that up to go around this because I haven't done that yet. So yeah, I say quite often I said do it in front of the telly because I can't sit and watch telly and do nothing. And then I get myself a whole load made up to use in journals as and when. There, that looks nice and smooth now. So then they would just stay in my pot, ready for when I need to use them. You don't need to be there anymore. And then we would just, oh, I forgot I was letting all the wax come out of that one. Let's have a look at this. There we are. That's that one. Love it. I'm wondering if I'm pushing it too hard. don't know, but I am going to take that off. And I think adding a little bit of gold to this would be lovely. This is like almost bronze. Put that onto melt. I love these clock faces. I did think that they might like go, oh, we'll buy the set with lots of stamps and won't bother with the one on its own, because this cost more than half of what that cost. So value for money, that set was better, but I particularly wanted this. So I'm quite pleased I got both. Oh, melted a little bit too much at the top there. That's one of the dangers. But it's okay. There we go. And then get a little bit of the white, so you can see that now, and you can see there where it's not quite circular, it's coming a bit. Not bothered at all. So I'm going to try and get on the cogs. Just around the centre bit there of the cogs. How cool's that? Love it, love it, love it. Anyway, that's it. That's what I wanted to show you. Hope that was useful. Yeah, so if you've got wax seals, what fun. Get them out, have a play. I'm very happy with these. I'll do a bit of cleaning up now. And I'm not, I was kind of doing that to clean them. There might be better ways of cleaning if you've used wax seals better than me, and you know, a way of cleaning them off a bit better. I'd love to hear, because I'm probably not doing it the best way, and I'm probably going to ruin my nails, but hey ho. I'm going to put that on there to melt a little bit more, and I might try wiping it off with something, so they will go back in my pot, because I think that was just that red. Might have had a little bit of gold. I think it did. Won't put it back in there then. I'll put it in one of my little bags. And yeah, so thanks for joining me. Hope you all had a wonderful Christmas. Hope you've got some lovely crafty goodies for Christmas. And yeah, I'll take some photos of these. I'll put them over on nigezza.co.uk so you can have a little close look. I'll probably put them on my Facebook page and Instagram as well. Okay, bye for now.